If you're creating podcasts for iTunes or YouTube and you're finding that your subscribers aren't exactly where they need to be, you could be doing some serious things to your podcast that you didn't even know about. On this episode of Ask the Tech Coach, we're going to take you through the step-by-step processes so you can avoid the 7 deadly sins of podcasting. Hey everybody, and welcome back to TEACHERCAST. I am your host, Jeff Bradbury from the TEACHERCAST Educational Broadcasting Network, and today we're going to be talking all about podcasting, and we're not only going to share with you the 7 deadly sins of podcasting, but if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you the 8th and absolutely most important thing that you can do to avoid having a bad podcast. Now, I gotta tell you, if you like this video, please do us a favor, click on the subscribe button below. That way you can get access to all of this content. And if you click on the bell, you'll have all of our content delivered to you in notifications and email. So check that out today. Join the thousands of subscribers today that are creating awesome podcasts. So if you're creating this podcast, I'm assuming that you've already started a podcast, or maybe you are interested in creating your own podcast. There are several great things that you can do to avoid creating crappy podcasts. The first of our 7 deadly sins involves equipment. Everybody that starts off creating a podcast wants to know a little bit about equipment and what equipment they should buy. Don't worry about equipment. When you're starting off with a podcast, it's always best to just use the equipment that you have available. That is your simple iPhone. That's right, your favorite mobile device has several great and free apps created just so you can create audio apps, such as Evernote, OneNote, BossJock. These are great examples of free things that you can do to avoid the first deadly sin of podcasting. The second deadly sin of podcasting is not using the right website platform. Sure, there's a lot of great website platforms out there such as Squarespace, Wix, Weebly, but the best one out there is gotta be WordPress. You can sign up for free at wordpress.com and create a free account to create a free website. Did I say it was free yet? Of course I said it was free. If you're interested in expanding everything, wordpress.com can of course also be exported out to wordpress.org. You can get your self-hosted website on platforms like GoDaddy, Bluehost, HostGator, and a bunch of other ones, and you can truly create an amazing podcasting environment. It's time for the third deadly sin. The third deadly sin is not setting up a proper RSS feed that's going to help your shows get from your website into iTunes. There's several great systems that are out there designed to do that and take the burden off you, such as Libsyn, Blueberry, or Spreaker Radio. The way that I run my RSS feeds is all done through WordPress. I host everything through Libsyn, I send it into WordPress, and I shoot it out into iTunes. That way the website is controlling your RSS feed. The fourth deadly sin! The fourth deadly sin of podcasting is not connecting to other podcasters. Did you know that there are worlds of podcasters out there that are trying to connect with each other to get on each other's shows, to communicate, to share tips and ideas? There are several great Google Plus communities and Facebook groups that are designed for podcasters by podcasters to help you find exactly what you need to help you create your perfect show. Why not check it out? Did I mention it's free? The fifth deadly sin. So I'm going to tell you a little story now. I'll make it real quick. I got into podcasting because I met a podcaster who really got me excited, got me hooked on, and that became the start of the TEACHERCAST Educational Broadcasting Network. I really liked the guy. I really liked the show, and it was an amazing opportunity to get a chance to work with him, get my feet wet, and then ultimately he decided to push me off the cliff, and I started this show with a little bit of his help. But the one thing that I did wrong that I don't want to see you make wrong is I decided to create my show by copying him first. Sure, it's important to take a mentor and copy everything that they're doing and kind of get an idea for how things work, but your goal for being a podcaster is to be unique and to just be yourself. Absolutely be yourself. Do your own show, find your own audience, have your own voice, create the perfect show for you and your audience. It's only by creating a show that's perfectly unique to you, your voice, your talents, and your ideas is when you're going to start to see your numbers rise and your show take off. The sixth deadly sin of podcasting. Okay, listen up. Lean in a little bit closer. This is the important one. Over editing. I can't tell you how many new podcasters are nervous because they want to edit every Don't do it. Just speak natural. You're going to spend several hours on every single show if you really want to. If you really want to. Editing out each and every little and other constructive words that just don't need to be. Your audience knows that you're human, and certainly your show needs to feel that way. Don't overproduce, don't overprocess, don't overdo it. Just create great content. The seventh deadly sin. All right, here's the other important one. Episode 0. My advice to any new podcaster is to create an episode 0. And episode 0 is the first podcast that you want to create. Get out there, try things out, test your equipment, test editing. Maybe you do episode 0A, 0B, episode 0C. Bottom line, it's important not to rush into things. Have an episode 0 ready. Try it. Send it to friends. Have them check it out. Be your test audience. Don't put that one out on iTunes. I always say your first 50 episodes are going to be your worst 50 episodes. Episode 51 is going to be a little bit better than 50, better than 49. You get what I'm saying. Take that episode 0, archive it, put it in your hard drive, save it for a rainy day. When you get to episode 100, then you can post that episode 0 and you can put a little intro that says, hey, I had a great time with this show over the last 100 episodes, but I want to show you where I started. You're going to get a lot more mileage out of it that way than you would if you're going to be putting out episode 0 as if it was your first. All right, so those were the 7 deadly sins of podcasting. I've been podcasting for the last 6 years, done over 700 episodes, worked with over 250 ed tech companies, had almost 1,000 educators on our podcast. And those are some of the topics that I talk about the most with my clients and with educators that meet me and want to do podcasting. But there's one more, I promise you, one more deadly sin. Breathing. My advice for you guys is to take a breath. Nobody wants to hear a podcast where somebody just starts at the beginning and runs. Conversations don't start that way. There's always a nice ebb and flow to the conversation. Take a deep breath. Understand where you're going with things. Just speak normally, as if the microphone didn't exist. Sometimes it's easier to close your eyes, sometimes it's easier not to. But absolutely understand that your show is a journey that you're taking your audience from the beginning to the end. I guarantee if you follow these steps, your bounce rate will decrease, your watch time will increase, and your subscribers will start to go through the roof. Well, you have it, everybody. There's our 7+1 deadly sins of podcasting. If you like this show, check out the blog post in the link up above. And don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube by clicking on that little subscribe button. And don't forget to click that bell. You'll have all of our TeacherCast content brought right to you through our notification system. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's program. We're going to be doing a lot more videos teaching you how to be the best podcaster that you could be. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and visit TeacherCast.net and sign up for our brand new TeacherCast Insiders program where you can receive brand new content each and every week that's not going to be available on TeacherCast.net. The brand new TeacherCast Insiders program only from the TeacherCast Educational Broadcasting Network.